Am I audible, everyone? Good
Yes, sir,
evening.
you are audible.
Thank you so much. Let me. Thanks, Yogesh. I will just go to, yeah. All right. Sharing screen. I shared my screen. Uh, so from context session to there are HTTP methods are we're not gone through, which is get, post, put, delete. We will actually take that during the demo. Okay, that would be a better instead of talking about the theory and concept. So that's the reason why. Otherwise, we are good to go ahead with this context session 3. I'll just check. Yeah, it's already a time. So let's go ahead. What I'm gonna do is that let me see the folder location. Okay, it's in CS3. Uh, I will also upload this into a. Okay, let me first upload this folder into our file section. Think just a minute. This is not ours. Where is our section here? It's at 12, right? Yeah, this one. I'll go here. I'll upload this file. In fact, I'll upload all other files also for your reference. So, files. Web technologies. Yes, so let me upload all 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Till 4, I'm uploading it. You can get it here. Okay. This is as per the protocol. Yeah, it's getting uploaded here. No, it's fixing. Anyway, this will be done. We can go ahead and yeah. So let's go ahead quickly. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm also gonna use a session 3. So here we're gonna talk about the HTML. We'll start coding about it, and we're also gonna learn the concept about HTML and XHTML. Few differences are there. Otherwise, it's a HTML coding only. HTML, XHTML. Okay. Yeah. In this segment, we're gonna discuss about HTML document basic tags. Okay, and that's what the overall agenda. So what my plan is that instead yeah. So what I will do that I will, instead of referring this presentation, okay, everything is there, but for demo I need to refer my document. So I am referring my document is the same thing. Only thing is that I put a demo into this. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So HTML is hypertext markup language. Okay, so when you say hypertext means what? It like how we are linking over the web one page with another. That's what the concept of the hypertext. And markup language is a language, either it is programming language or daily communication language. And what do you mean by a markup? Anyone? Yeah. What do you mean by a markup? So if I say, so see, text means text. Hypertext means that two text or two web documents are linked with each other. That is a hypertext. Language is a language. What do you mean by a markup? That's another question. So what I'm gonna do? Let me just quickly take this over here for our explanation. Okay. So hypertext refer to the way in which pages document are linked to each other. That's what we already talked about it. Okay. So there are many pages available over the web, and we try to link them with each other. Okay. Fine. And language is a language. So my question is, what is markup? Anyone? So what is markup? Let me go back to a chat window. I hope screen was visible, right? I did not ask that. Sorry about. So what is markup? Okay. What do you mean by a markup basically? Anyone? Any thought? So very simple. HTML, hypertext, markup language. So we know what is the meaning of hypertext. Okay. It's like, we have a, link, documents are linked with each other. Language is a language. Okay. And so I'm unable to understand what is markup. Okay. So I need your help, friends. So markup means what? And HTML basically used to, present the data. I mean, so how data is presented in various formats. That is what the role of HTML. Okay. So a question comes that, okay, so it tells browser how to display or structure the content. Okay. So Bishwajit is saying one thing. Okay. That's good. Okay. So I'll tell you, when markup means that, it's like a kind of, it tells some information. Okay. Like Bishwajit is saying. Okay. It tells some kind of information. So for example, okay, let me, you remember we used to fold certain, pages of a notebook. Okay. Like, so few example I'm giving you. So folding, you know, pages of a notebook, or let's say, not floating, folding. Then we, like book markup, okay? Or we also have, dot, sorry, comma or dot, I remember we used to use write IMP, during college days. Where any important question, and it was very, very, very important that, I remember, we used to write this. Okay. So what are this basically? This tells, some kind of information. That is a markup. Okay. So I'll say, so I'll tell you, now I'm saying, I am very good in, programming. Okay. So what is this? Okay. I'm very good in programming. It's just any kind of statement. Okay. But if I am saying that, put this, inside, this, there's a tag concept in HTML, /p. So I'm marking this information that it's a paragraph. Okay. So this is called markup. See, it was a simple statement that, I am very good in programming. It was a simple statement. But the moment I put, inside a paragraph, this is called markup. Okay. So you're putting some kind of information and saying that, yeah, indication that this is what it is. Okay. So that is called markup. Okay. So we have various tags, they do some kind of marking. So for example, this is a simple paragraph. But the moment you put a simple statement, moment we put inside a P and /P, which is a tag of the HTML, then it becomes a paragraph. Okay. So any, information, or for example, uh, I have, let's say, abc dot, jpeg. So it's some file name. Okay. But I am saying that, yeah, this file gonna represent an image. Okay. Just an example. Okay. This file gonna represent image. So I'm saying, yeah, it's a image file. Okay, so you're making a meaningful information by doing some kind of markup. Either it is folding a pages of a notebook, or book markup. I stop reading at this point. Now I'm tired. Tomorrow when I'm going to resume, I'm putting some kind of markup, or maybe a comma or dot, or writing very very important on the question. That's why it is called the markup language. Hypertext means pages are linked with each other. Okay, language means language, and markup means you got something, but you're signifying that, yeah, this is what it is. Okay, so we have various markup tag over here. Okay, so that's what it is. I'll just see if I got any note. No, only one. So no problem, friends. Okay, so it's mentioned, and this is a basic HTML document, how it's gonna look like, and this is what the structure I got it. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay. So it's a markup language for creating a web pages. Okay, so it's a markup language for creating a web pages, and describe the structure of a web page using markup. Okay, fine. And it has been maintained by World Wide Web Consortium, W3C. That's what, very simple. And HTML element are the building blocks of HTML pages. So everywhere you find anything in HTML is basically it's a, elements. Okay, and they are represented by a tags. Right. And web browser render the HTML document, display the content. That's the role of web browser. So anything displayed on the web browser has to be in the form of HTML, because browser doesn't understand any other language. Okay, so remember one thing. Okay, this is a basic structure where you have a what is called header. You have a where we basically write a you know so these are the various elements. It starts with the HTML and ends with the STL. So it's a opening tag and it's a closing tag. Then header is something displayed in the title bar. So we'll write in the title some title. Again, title is one more element. Start and ends. This is the ending of the tag. So if you want to close tag or element, then this thing. The body section is where you display something. So whatever you write in the body section, that get displayed on the page of the browser. Okay, so that's what the simple structure. And to create a HTML document, you can use a it's very cost effective. Means we can use any kind of editor. You can start with a Notepad, Emacs, Crimson editor. There are many. Okay, even you can use Notepad, or WebTide is also there. Okay, there are n number of tools are there. And HTML will have either HTML or STM extension is also there. STM or HTML, you can use any structure. Okay, and the fundamental syntax units of HTML are called as tags. Okay, in general, tags are used to specify categories of the content. Okay? And what are the syntax of tags, or it's also called as element, is surrounded with the angular bracket. Okay, this is starting and this is closing one. And the tag must be written in lowercase. So it's not that rule actually. You can also write in uppercase. Okay, there is no such rule. And most of the tags appear in pairs, like open tag and close tag. Okay. And name of the closing tag is corresponding to the opening tag with a slash attached to the beginning. I already explained that. Example, like if P is a tag, its opening and corresponding closing is slash P. Okay. And whenever whatever and whenever appears between a tag and closing tag, it become a content of the tag. So not all tags can have content. We'll see that in some time. So very simple thing. Okay. Uh, so let me just go and show you this. So this is our example one, and if I go and launch it, I already created for us, so that I can save on the time. Let me just go and open that file. Just a minute, friends. So where is the first example? I want to save time. That's the reason why Uh, hold on. So I first want to open a source code. That's the reason why I'm choosing a notepad. I do select a notepad. I don't know why it's not happening. I said open with, choose another app. Yeah, this is what we have. So this is our first program. Okay. So what is a doc type here? You need to specify that what is the type of this document. Okay. And even though if you don't specify, that's okay. Basically, all this and what is a doc type is important. So it basically tells us which kind of rules to apply to this document whenever it is rendered over the web. Okay. That's why doc type is important. Even though if you don't write, that's okay. Okay. See, nowadays, during year 2000, okay, until 2005, this HTML was very strict. I mean, whenever there was some kind of error, it used to basically indicate over there. But now all browser are smart. It will basically not give any error. It try to support user. I told you two error last time. Okay. Now how are we gonna write a code? We have a HTML start and HTML close section over here. Then it indicate that it's an entire HTML rule we're gonna follow, and that's what our doc type indicates. Okay, there are various version of the HTML in the market. The current version and the default version is HTML5 nowadays. Okay, now head section will go into the as a head of the page, which is you can say a title, or you can just top scroll bar kind of thing, or maybe a main header of the browser. If you want to put any content on the center part of the browser, that everything will come inside a body. Okay. And these are the few tags we have. Like H1 is a tag with displayed that text in a very big header. It's used for header tag, like header information. H1 to H6 we have. Then P is a tag which is a paragraph kind of thing. And like mentioned earlier, whatever tag you start, we need to also close it wherever possible. Okay. So we are starting the tag and we are closing the tag. And so it's already, the code is already there. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just first example. Let me just open this with the what is called Chrome. Okay. So this is what you see. Now see this title comes over here. This is a document title. So let me just open this code. Yeah. I'll do this way. I'll just minimize little this way. So this is a document title. This is what the title displayed over here. Okay. So anything written inside a title tag, that will go as the header of the, you can say, web page. Now, if you want to put inside the center part of the web page, I mean, as a content of the web page, then we need to put inside a body tag. So see, this is a header tag. This is a heading H1, and then document goes here. Okay, that way. So very important, and there are few things we can actually talk about it. Uh, so yeah, these are the few information we already discussed it, but then also, so doc type, this tag defines the document type and the HTML version. Okay, so by default, actually, it is a version 5. Okay, HTML define that it's a you're gonna apply the HTML document, includes the complete HTML document, and mainly comprises of a document header, which is represented by head, document body, which is represented by body, and so on. Okay, head, like it's like a further information about the document, like meta information about the document. It has title and so on. Title is the title tag. Body represents the document body, which gives the content basically. And this tag represents the heading. Okay. Now my question to all of you, that what happen if I let's say you know uh, remove the this thing. Do you think it will run? Anyone? Your response. Oh, I have to go to a chat. So try playing with the error. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so it won't have any impact. It will run it as it is. Did I saved it? Let me check that. Uh, yeah, otherwise we'll end up putting the wrong. Sorry, I have to hide this. Yeah, let's go and Where is the page? This one. See, we're still getting the answer. So I'm saying, by default treats as a HTML5 document. So in fact, specifying that is not necessary because our browser is smart. In earlier browser, till 2005, if you remove this doc type, it used to give the error. So it needs everything. Okay. Now let's do some more R&D. What happened if I just, remove this HTML and only put a body? Anyone, what will happen? Your thought around it. It seems I have to go to a chart. Thanks, Vishwit. I appreciate this. Yeah, that's what the. Now let's look here. See, it is still running because these are all did we saved it? Let me check. I know I'm telling nowadays if you read any title any article or anything it will still run because the browser are that smart enough to detect that it's a HTML content. What will happen at the max if I save this and let me just run this and see is it still showing the. See, what happened? The title is not coming in. Have you observed this, everyone? Only thing is that title won't come. So it's not that mandatory. Actually, it is mandatory to be very honest. But now since browser are smart, okay, so they are able to detect everything. It is all because of smartness of the browser. Okay, and I keep on repeating till 2000 or 2005. If you write such code, it straight away used to basically generate the because I started doing my programming since 97. So since 97 I'm doing a programming. Okay, so I gone through all the phase of this particular web technology, and I seen how it has evolved a lot. Now it is very easy for all of you. In fact, you have actually, you remember on the slide I shown you some tool here. What was that? We talked about that. It was saying that yeah, this one. So look at this. So this tool, I'm not talking about the in fact, text editor, source code. This authoring tool, Microsoft Expression Web, Adobe Dreamweaver, and Composer. In fact, here, so you don't need to write a code actually. Whatever you, designing, that will come as it is. The source code, in fact, the front page is there, source code normally comes in the, you just drag and drop, source code will be, generated. Okay. Yeah, and so on. Right. That is one. Okay, so what happened, so my thing is that you have any query, you can just quickly, not query, I mean, whatever suggestion. Okay, and what happened if I, let's say remove the body tag also, anyone? Let's try it. Why to wait? We need to basically keep on, we are here to learn, okay? See, it still comes. Look at here, friends. Even though if I remove the body tag, let me save this. But you will observe that whatever things are not coming actually. Okay, so now, but when problem will happen, if you delete this and then check, let's just check there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. Okay, and let's just, try it. See, this is heading, document content goes here. See, still, it takes a normal text over here. Okay, and if I even delete this, okay, so you must be wondering that, why it is happening. So any idea, why it is allowing such kind of execution? Now it is, coming perfectly. Yeah. Can you, can anyone tell me, share your thought why it is allowing such kind of animation? I knocked out all the, basically tags, all the header, all the doc type. Any thought? Quickly, friends. Your thought around it. Why it is allowing? I already given answer of this question. Anyone? See, believe in doing error. Okay, if you don't do an error, you won't learn. Okay, believe in doing error. So tomorrow someone goes, write this code, he'll say that, oh, it's a magic. Actually, it is not a magic, honestly. Why it is not a magic? Everything is happening because of, why such content are allowed. Can you answer this question? Why this content is working? see, even though, without putting, I will just put a, let's say maybe, what is called, uh, header tag over here. I'll just put a H1. Okay. So I want you to answer this quickly. This is working. Can you tell me why it is working? Let's say if tomorrow if this question is asked in the exam. Fantastic answer, Vishwajit, because it is actually recognizing the extension. Okay, so that is how the smart browser is. Okay, because you put a extension .html, that is only the reason that it is allowing you to do everything. Okay, because and it says that, yeah, I understand that, and this is a smart coding done by the browser. Understand one thing: smart coding means what is called smart kind of understanding is by all the nowadays, this browser. Okay, earlier you will get error if you knocked out everything. We used to get there, but now it is because of the extension called .html. Thank you so much, Biswajit. Okay, that and then it says, yeah, I know that you don't want to write in head, and and I will generate a code for you. I will generate all the code. I will generate a header. I will generate a body. I will ignore that and everything. But as a best programming practice, don't do that. Okay. My request to all of you, start writing the format. Follow the format. If you play with the format, you will end up making a mistake somewhere else. So if the format is there, write a doc type, please write it. It says that what kind of rules gonna apply. Okay. Include, all HTML, start with HTML, end with HTML. So it says, yeah, it's my HTML code. It will trigger a problem when inside your file, when you have cascading style sheet, which is CSS, and you also have a JavaScript. That is the section where you will hit with the problem. Okay, so that is why it is very important. Otherwise, you know for this case it's okay. I mean, it's because of the HTML extension only, it is allowing us. Okay, so fantastic, Vishwajit. Okay, so let's go and see the other thing. So this we had already discussed. Okay. So document structure we already talked about. So doc type, what is that? Declaration tag used by browser to understand version of the HTML using the document. Current version is 5 and it makes use of the following declaration. So I already told you that by default actually it takes a version 5. Okay, because our browser are smart. Okay, uh, earlier 2005 6, I think it was not the case. Okay, so it says that a declaration tag used by browser to understand version of the HTML in the document. Current version of HTML is fine, makes use of the following declaration: doc type slash HTML. So it says, yeah, I'm using the version 5. Okay, there are many other declaration type which can be used in HTML, doc type, and along with other. We'll see that in some time. And now we'll move towards the basic tag. Okay, so these are the heading tag, and we may be aware about all. Okay, so header H1 to H6. These are very simple actually header tag. I'll go and I had already coded for us, so there is no need to basically rush it. So let's so this I'll quickly open in the notepad and show it to you. This is the coding. Okay. So doc type, HTML, head is there, and H1 to H6. Okay. So the question comes, okay, let us just put it as it is. Can we go and run this inside it's opening in Opera. It just took that as a default. I'll open in Google Chrome. Yeah, this is what the header tag, head one, H1, H2, H3, H4, H6. Okay. What happen if I repeat it? Any idea? If I repeat it, let's play against the rule. Let me go and uh, sorry, repeat it and save it. Let's go there. This is the basic tag and do this. Look at this. See, and because it's not the rule that you can use it only once, header tag. So understand, the tag can be used anywhere, but you have to use it smartly. This looks very weird, honest. Okay, to be honestly. Okay, so let me use a H1 again and do a sum part. See, I'm using multiple times, and I believe in doing R&D and learning. Okay, if I just show you and and don't talk. See, look at here. So you must be wondering, no, if it is a header tag, it will come only once. It's not the case. You can use it as many times. Ideally, header, don't repeat it. That's the best practices. Okay. Now see, what will happen, if I, copy paste this HTML? Do you think it's gonna run, friends? See, I'm again copy pasting it. See, that is where, removing HTML tag was a better way. See, by mistake, what I did, I again copy pasted everything. The entire code, okay, HTML, this one HTML, one more HTML, okay, here. Uh, Let me save this. I'll save it and let's run it. What happened? It is still working. See, look at here. So this is the smartness of the browser. Okay. See, look at it. See, I am just, showing you, I mean, don't do that. Okay. That does not mean that you will also start writing the, such a, against the, some syntax, and it's not against the syntax, but write a, well managed code. Okay. That is the header about it. Nothing can be, done. So I'll move to a next section. So header tag. Yeah. H1 to H6. Okay. And what happens if you do some mistake? For example, if I say H11 and H11, okay, let's see this. So it will not recognize it, and it should give the error. Have we saved it? It is. That smartness also showing by the, okay, I have to first, knock out the other details. Otherwise, we'll land up. Okay, I'll just, keep it very simple, neat and clean so that we can stop. We'll keep on doing this R&D, friends, for us. Yeah, yeah, I'm making it neat and clean. This is good. Save it. So this is all about our entire web techno session is about the R&D. Now that's neat and clean. Uh, let's go back to let me also close this not required. This is also, I'll use it whenever needed. Okay, now if I do a H11 and also H11, see whether does it works or not. Let's go ahead to a browser. So usually it doesn't work. It should not work. See, you're getting it the idea. I told you it is not working, but it is taking as a any kind of text. Okay. So it whatever comes, it just displays it. See, look at here. This is heading one. See, look at here. This is heading one. But since it was unable to recognize, so it has basically ignored this and say, okay, I can display a text for you. That's all. It's a smartness of the browser nowadays. Otherwise earlier you'll definitely get a error. So that's how it is. So that it won't work with the particular kind of functionality. So like for S2 also, if you do a S22, okay, and uh, again some magic here, is that, see, look at, again the S2 has gone from here because it's not recognizing, and this also, okay. Let's quickly go and see the. Then we have paragraph tag. It used to denote the paragraph. So this is a paragraph example. We use p tag to display the paragraph. Let's go and open that also quickly. So it's a example third paragraph. See, we get to, basically, I need a notepad first. Yeah. So paragraph, again, well structured doc type HTML page. And here is the first paragraph, second paragraph, and so on. Fantastic. We already seen many example, I think, learning this. But anyway, we do follow the protocol. Yeah, here's the first paragraph, second, and so on. Okay. So one is that you can also have in a uppercase. So that's what I'm saying. So if this is P, you can also have a capital P. Okay, I'll just show you that. It's not that. So HTML is not case sensitive. Okay. So let me show you this. So it still works. Okay. In fact, none of the tags are case sensitive. So if I put let's take an example of the body tag. Okay, here and see where I do. So it will not give the error actually. Uh, so what I did here, I written as capital BODY and close with the small. Check it, no problem. See, look at here. Okay, because it is not basically one text was written here. That is, so it's saying that tag must be written in all. That is for us to follow the best practices. So because you should not confuse the what is called the person who is looking at your code. Okay, so that should not be there. That's for following the best practices. Okay, and it's a trouble for us also. No? See, here we are using all capital case. That become a difficult part. You to toggle between capital and lowercase later. Okay, so that's one thing. So that's the reason why they mentioned. So it's a paragraph. Okay, let me. I don't know why it's not going. Let's go to the next. Then we have a line break is there. So how to give a line break? So whenever you use a BR element, anything follow, it start with the next line. This tag is an example of an empty element. That means it doesn't have any content. It will just break the line. Okay. So there is no content inside it. It will just break the line. So it's an example. So empty content or container, they don't hold any content. Okay. So element can have two types. One is that empty content or sorry, empty element or the content element. Sorry, oh, I need a notepad. So I was saying element types. One is content element. That means consist of content. Okay, it has to be content element. Spelling is not. Sorry about this. Second, it can be a empty element. Element that means no content. And then design was a specific task. Then it can have a nested element. Okay. So the number one which we talks about the content element. So it can have a simple text. Yeah. Or it can have element as the content. Okay. Like your body tag. So body tag is the content, is the nested element. Under body, look at here. We have paragraph and so on, like or under HTML, everything, every other element like head, title, or body is nested. Okay, and like that. So content element of two type. Either this consists of simple text, or it can also consist of the you know another element. So if it consists of another element, becomes a nested element. Empty element means it doesn't have anything, it's just a empty. Okay, so BR tag, there is BR means line break. Okay, uh, or maybe HR tag, horizontal rule. Okay, like this way. Where are we were okay talking about this line break. Okay, so BR is there. So if you what I'll do, I'll put this inside, only instead of, toggling between the. So hello, BR, you delivered BR. So these are the empty element. Okay. It doesn't have any content. BR actually breaks the line. So pretty simple. I can go and look at the fourth example here. This is, uh, so this is what the example we have. So hello, this is BR being used. Again, BR. You can give it any number of times. It just break the line. Okay. So I'll show you this. Let me open it we can keep on modifying it as per the need. Okay, I don't need this code. I'll close it. I'll close it this also. Let me open with browser. Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So look at you. Hello, you delivered. Okay, and I'll now show you that code. So this is the code. Yeah. Okay. So it breaks the line. Okay. Yeah. So hello, then br. Hello. Since you do, it's like a slash n of C language. Okay. Slash n of next line character of C language. Okay. Br. Then you delivered. There are three brs. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 brs. That's why there are 4 line break. Okay. Then you assignment on time. Then there's one more br. So you assignment on time. After that, we have put a break, so it will break the line. After thanks, again we are breaking the line. So you can see that code. And then after Manas, that's a paragraph and end of the tag. Okay. Uh, if I put a BR in the title tag, will it works? Any idea, friends? What is your thought? See, it is nothing because see this empty elements, this basically this cut because this BR and this HR, there are few tags or elements, they are specific to the content of the browser. Okay. Since you are writing on the title, it's a title is not a content of browser, it is a head section of the browser. Okay. So it will not have any kind of impact. Whatever you write, okay, so it will not have any kind of impact. Okay. I'm doing this, a little bit of mistake, showing you this code because, maybe someone can ask you, So this is specifically designed BR or HR for a content of the browser, not a header of the browser. Okay. If there's something header of the browser, I will also show it to you. But there are. Okay. So the more, BR you will write and after, yeah. So I can just okay, this is what. So it's like your, a slash n of C language. So you remember in C language, you used to have this thing. What was it? Printf. I'm not sure whether you remember or not. Percent %d. Sorry. Percent %d. Then there was a slash with slash. Okay. Slash n. Like this. So this was the. It just you know similarity to your BR slash n. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and see. Okay. Now, if you see, there are certain thing has been mentioned. The BR tag has a space between character and forward slash. If you omit this space, older browser will have trouble rendering the line break. While if you miss the forward slash character and just use BR, it's not a valid XHTML. Okay. So, to make a, programming little bit of, we should follow the, proper, naming convention. We should follow the proper rules and regulation. They are saying that if you make this document as XHTML, there it follows a little very strict syntax, the XHTML. Fine. So and older browser will not accept those. They are saying since our browser are user friendly browser, now everything is user friendly, they try to support to a user. Okay. Now then how would you centering the content? So you can use center tag to put any content in the center. So these are all the content tag. Center tag is there. Not sure why it's not going ahead. Yeah, this one. So let me just show you this. Where are we? This would be the fifth example. Hold on, friends. It's just taking little time. Yeah, look at this. So this is what it is written. And there were, sometimes there was a debate about his spelling. Okay. So let's take this and again say new hello. So here we have BR also, we have center also. Okay. And I will also copy this one more time. To, so I was talking about, so it is sent TER, okay. And there's a difference between a UK English and USA English. We follow mostly UK English only. So it is somewhere it takes TRE. And let me also, okay, sorry, that's the problem here. We'll take this in a little way. Let us first complete this. Yeah, save it. I was unnecessary modifying. Let us launch in the browser and then we can have a look at it. Yeah. So here we go. So it's coming in center. Uh, all your entire paragraph has been into a center. So what if I just trying to we can also copy this, and I was explaining this section instead of er. Okay, if I can have re. Okay, let's just check that, because we may make this mistake and check whether this browser allows. So I just changed the spelling of center to er to re. This these are what the changes I did over here. And let's look at, yeah, it's already saved. And also let's make a save one more time. Hold on, refresh it. See, it is not working. You're getting the idea, friends? So this is what I was trying to refer. Okay. Now it is not that smart because spelling changes. Okay. So you have to be very careful about it, and it, no, there's a difference between what is, center. It's a UK and USA English center, and what is that? Center and center difference. Look at it. The word center have same meaning, but center is the American spelling, while center is the British spelling. Okay, so you have to be very careful about it, especially in HTML, because if the tag does not recognize, it will not work as per functionality, and that's the reason why I started showing from the very first example of doing so mistakes, and then you realize that if you change like H11 I be written ST2, it will not work as per the expectation. Okay, so this very clearly says TR is the American spelling, while TR is the British. Both refer to the middle point. Okay. So this is a standard spelling in United States, American. Uh, TER and TRE, meaning both. Okay. So what we do that, it's working ER. So American is working for us, but not the UK one. So you have to be careful about it. Okay. Just I'll go and see there. Let's go and see what's next stored for us. There's a HR, and it creates a horizontal rule or ruler, you can say. So HR tag is there. Let me just show you this. Horizontal lines visually break up the section. HR tag creates a line from the current position in the document to the right margin and breaks the line accordingly. So it does the two tasks. It also creates the line as well as it breaks the line. Okay. So instead of going and what I'm gonna do that I'm gonna just okay, this is not working, so I'll knock out this one. And here, okay, let us not disturb the flow. Okay, otherwise it's unnecessary. Maybe I'll get to know that 5666. Okay, let's come here. Can do that changes, but let's follow the, yeah. So these are HR. These are again the empty tag. They do not have like BR tag any content into it. So the purpose of the difference between BR tag and the HR tag is that BR tag just break the line and go to the next. And HR tag basically creates the also breaks the line but creates the horizontal ruling. Okay, you'll get that like here. So let me run that code again. HR tag. Let us run it, friends, for us. So browser. So look at it. Various. I'll knock out the example here. Third example. Let's see this. And this is what we have. So this is paragraph should be on the top. And after that, I created a, this HR. So this is the first line here. Okay. Then this is a paragraph 2 and should be at the top. So paragraph 2 should be at the top. Uh, Hold on. Yeah. And then we have put one more HR. So this is what the coming because of this thing. Okay. But after that, so whether you put slash or not does not matter. That's how the tags are designed. Okay. Very user programmer friendly. And then there are so many, HR. That's because of which the lines are being created. Okay. If you want to make it very simple, I'll just knock out this and for you, let me keep it. Okay. So I'll do this save. Let's do it. Say only 3 HRs are coming, horizontal rule, because so one is used here. This was the top, and after this there are 3 lines. Okay, this one, two, three. So these 3 lines are coming because of this, and there is one more which is not. It's supposed to be one more. Anyway, why it's not showing the one more? One, two, three. Yeah, no, it is coming properly. So one, two, three. Yeah, three and four. Yeah, right. So three is this one, and this is the first one, which is because of this, and this three is because of this three tag. So HR, BR, there are. Let's just see what's next stored in for us. Let's see if there are anything more about the paragraph and sorry HR. So like again HR tag is example of the empty element. I talked about it where you do not need opening and closing tag. So there is nothing to go in between them. I mean, it doesn't hold any content. Okay, it just creates the horizontal line and break the line. So HR element has the space between character HR and the forward slash. If you omit the space, older browser will have trouble rendering horizontal line, while if you miss forward slash and just use HR, it's not a valid XHTML. So we'll talk about XHTML, whenever time comes. Okay. XHTML follows a very strict syntax. If you omit the XHTML, it's a XHTML, hypertext markup language. Okay, fine. So we'll come in. I want to show you a wonderful example about it. Then we are preserving tag. What is a preserve tag? Pre-formatted, we call it. So sometimes you want your text to follow exact format of how it is written in the HTML document. If there are, you can it's a pre-format tag. I mean, you want to display as it is the way you're writing in the document. So then we can use a pre. Let me show you that. This is so. Let's say you want to display this as it is in the HTML document. Okay. So see, and actually it is not possible because it is not the text document. Okay, though it is called as a hypertext, markup language, but you don't follow the certain, you don't follow the syntax. Okay, yes. What I'll do that. What is the example here? Uh, per formatted. Let's open it in the notepad. Okay, so what I'm gonna show, I'm gonna remove this from here and remove this from here. Okay. Let's save it. And let's say, I want to display this as it is on the screen and see, whether it is possible or not. So have we made a save? Yes, it is. Let's go and, sorry, is it saved? Yeah. So you will understand the use of, you know, for format of pre-formatted tag, open in the browser. See what is happening. Okay. So function test and so on. Okay. Because, it takes as a text. It is not a, editor. Basically, browser is not an editor that, whatever I write, it appears as is. Okay. Fine. So that's the reason it is not taking that. Okay. But you are in a situation where, you want to basically display as it is, what, the way you want it is in the document. I want to display it as it is. That is where, this pre tag can be used. And let me try this. Slash pre is not an empty tag. Basically, you need to make a start tag and close it. So I saved it. Let's go and go to see. Now it comes. Okay. So it's basically, heavily used, this pre-formatted tag. Okay. Uh, right. Wait, already this way done. Then there's a non-breaking spaces. So suppose, you want to use, phrases 12 angry men. Here you would not want a browser to, split and, across two lines. Okay. But you want to display with the spaces. Okay. That's possible with the, paragraph also. Yes. Uh, and also you want to be, this double quotes to be there. Okay. So in case when you want, you do not want client browser to break the text, you should use a non-breaking spaces. Okay. So it is saying that, non-breaking spaces entity and NBSP. Okay. Non-breaking space. So instead of a normal space, for example, when coding agreement is a paragraph, you should use something similar to the following code. So let's first see what's the impact. It's a example number 8. Okay. So, where is it? Is it. We'll change that code and, then let me first open with the notepad. This is a code, and let us run this also, and we'll do a changes. Yeah. Yeah. So it's coming this way. An example. Okay. Let me not show this. Yeah. Okay. So what is it? Yeah. So an example of a technique appear in the movie 12 NBSP Angry Men. Okay. 12 double quotes NBSP semicolon. We'll see, what different makes here. This is one. Then, angry, then ampersand NBSP, then men, and use it on the second also, angry men. Okay. So now, what I will do. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let us just, this is the first line. What you can do that you can, start putting one more NBSP here with the semicolon, and then you will see a changes here. One more. I'm saying 3, 4. Okay. I have put 4 NBSP and see what it has done. So 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces it has put. Few more. Okay. Save it. See. Okay. So this you can give with the, again use the entity. There are many such entity like less than, greater than. So for example, let's say you want to display something like you know what is that here, p 20 less than 30 slash p, and save it. I'm just little wonder that if browser supports, then nothing can be done. They are just in actually it is getting displayed here. This should not. And let's just change it to this is now it is then will not allow my example to be okay. Actually, honestly, if you write the same thing in the older browser, it will not work because it will actually get confused with the closing tag. So I'll show you this closing tag. This one. So you see, basically it already closed this. Okay, so it will get confused over here that whether this is a closing tag or not. Okay, so what we used to do, we earlier it was not working. So we used to write this, ampersand. I'll tell you the same thing, and then LTN semicolon. These are the entity. See, you're getting it, friends. See how I'm doing it. See, look at it. So earlier it was not working in the browser. Now I think because of the this smart browser, everything is allowed. Uh, you can blame them, not my programming skill. Has anyone seen this changes? It because GT. Then there was something double quotes also. Uh, do you agree with me that this was not working earlier? Has anyone done this programming earlier? Yes, no. Can you see? I'm writing the same thing, friends. I'm showing you that I have you tried using angular bracket this less than greater than earlier without writing this entity like ampersand LT semicolon. It used to display a less than symbol ampersand GT. They are called as entities. Okay, so sometimes because of a certain symbol, the syntax used to be interpreted in the wrong way. Okay, for example, actually it should give the error. Okay, so here because see if you write something it will not allow because it will not understand that what is the ending of the tag. Okay, but since browser is smart, so it's taking everything. I'm not sure how many agree with me, because earlier or you done such kind of coding earlier. Writing this tag was a little challenging, and I am now worried that it will also take the other text also. See, what I'm trying to show you is this one. Let's go here and let's come to the browser also. So I think it's allowing very easily. That is great thing about the browser. Okay, let me say that what used to write for a double quotes? Hello. Okay, and this guy. Let me try it and see does it display. That's actually see that's something amazing. Have you ever tried this double quotes? Anyone earlier? I mean, I think you all are very. I mean, your age is nothing actually. In the sense, you are very young. It's a compliment. When I say nothing, it's a compliment. See, earlier, displaying this was a little challenge. So, see, I can show you this. The entity symbol in HTML. See, okay, so I'll show you that. So, these are the list of the Uh, I hope it display. Yeah, see, this was I was referring. This one. You look at it. So this is for reserved character SVM must be replaced with the entity. Like because Angular bracket and this less than greater than reserved character. For example, they used to denote the closing of the tag. So it's a part of a tag or element. So it will actually should get confused, but anyway, it's working because of the smart thing. So some character are reserved for HTML. If you use less than or greater than sign in your HTML tag, the browser makes them with the tag. Like I already talked about it. So entity numbers can be used to display reserved character. Entity looks like this. So I told you, ampersand, you to use ampersand like, I use for a less than and, like here. Similarly, ampersand and NBSP. This is for the blank spaces. Okay, right? And in the end, should end with a semicolon. So like, you want to display this way. To display less than, we must use ampersand LT semicolon or ampersand hash. I mean, then hash is also arrived into the this thing. A commonly used HTML entity is non-breaking space. A non-breaking space is a space that will not break into a new line. I mean, it will remain there. Okay, so two words separated by non-breaking will be stick together, not break. This is a handy when breaking the words might be disruptive. You don't want to break the word. Okay. Or one of the example that over here, like you want to display, what is this? It may be a pound or what? 10, 10 kilometer per hour or like that, because you put a slash, it takes as a some closing tag kind of meaning. Okay. Another common use of non-breaking space to prevent space from browser truncating spaces. So there also you can use it. If you write 10 spaces in your text, the browser will remove 9 of them. So to add real space to your text, you can use an ampersand character entity. Okay. So that is good. There are many others. Yeah, I was referring this, friends. See, I'm trying to show you this. These are some useful character entities. So this is non-breaking, then less than, greater than, ampersand. Okay, you want to display. I think now it's not that, you know, uh, if I just put a, I check an ampersand, it takes it as it is. They are, giving you a more flexibility. That is where, yeah, see, it takes it everything. It's great for us actually. I'll close it, not required. Not required, not required, not required. Let's close all which are not needed. Okay, so where are we? I think that will land up displaying single quotes also. Okay, this may create a problem using a cent. So how would you put a cent? Okay, okay. So that one thing. If it is a cent symbol on your keyboard, well and good. Otherwise, you can use this, entity symbol. So let's just put it. And what's the example here? Here. Uh, so friend, I'm just trying to save time. That's the reason I'm displaying only in a single code. Send, let's say 2000. And if I save it, I'll show you this. Where is that? Yeah, this one. See, it shows this. Okay, send. Because if that again the entity symbol use where if those what is called, if those symbols are not there on your keyboard. Okay, so there also it could be very handy. That's one thing. I think pound you may find. So this, all euro may not find. Copyright and all this thing, you can find it on some of them. Yen, you may not be able to get it. So I'll show you this. Okay, so in the interest of time, yen, let's say 4,000. So syntax is very simple, ampersand, end with semicolon, and in between whatever the symbol given. So we need to put it. I'll make it save. Let us refresh that. Oh, it's not this one. Yeah, see, so on those area, this would be very useful. Let us go ahead. So an HTML element defined by a starting tag. If element contains other element, it's end with a closing tag. Like I told you, we already discussed about this in this section. What is a category like here? Yeah. Contain empty nested. Let's very quickly talk about this. Yeah. When element preceded by a forward slash shown below with a few tags. Okay, yeah, this one. This is a closing and start tag, end tag, start h1 and h1 slash div, and then br is the empty element. Okay. Now I'm talking. Yeah. So far, that's okay. Now let's talk about the tag versus element. Okay, so I'm talking. I'm sometimes using tag. I'm sometimes using element. Let's see it. So an HTML element is defined by a starting tag. If element contains other content, it ends with a closing tag. Okay. For example, P is a starting tag of a paragraph and slash P is a closing tag of the same. Okay. So paragraph is a paragraph element. You're getting it. So it forms an element. Okay. But you can interchangeably use it. No problem. Okay. People are referring tag, people are referring element. Okay. So this is always a debate basically. So starting tag, closing tag, and is a paragraph element. It forms a paragraph element. Anyway, so nested element, we already talked about it, so one element within the other. Let us just, okay, so few more tags are being tried. I can show you this. Hold on. Yeah, this is example. You can nest any element within the another element as per the syntax. Let's just look at. So I have, like inside H1, I have, italic. Okay, we can also put a bold tag and so on. Then there's an underlined. Okay, let us go and run it. So this is italic and this is underlined. You can put, there's a strike also basically. I remember. I'll show you that. It's a strike. I am not sure whether, sorry, uh, I'm sure about this. In somewhere they used to have the, STR or S. Maybe they had stopped that practice. Let's just check it. Yeah, strike will work. Yeah, see, it is working. I don't know whether S will work or not, because I heard somewhere that they also introduced S, but I don't think S will work. Okay, I'm 100% sure. But let me just try and see. They were into the discussion about this strike tag. Yeah, so why it is showing? Is it working or have I not saved? Ninth example. Don't tell me that it is working. Is that? No, it's a different example, right? Oh, we are running a different ninth example nested tag. What is the file name? Ninth example. I see. You see, look at error. They put as a S. I'm not sure. I mean, why it is working. I heard of this some time back. Yeah, the strike is working. Very good. Italic and underline we have seen. Then this attributes also one of the important factor. Okay, and we're gonna discuss more about attribute when we're gonna discuss XML. Okay, so when we're gonna discuss XML, extensible markup language, then we're gonna discuss more about the attributes, and they're always gonna fight between attributes and the element. So I told you XHTML also. So yeah. So now what this in an attribute, it comes in a name value pair and it gives us the additional information about that element. Okay. So let's look at this. Like, so here attribute name is, for example, paragraph is align and it's a name and value is left. Okay. So it comes in a name value pair and it's a additional information about that particular element. Okay. So P is saying align to left. Align is the name of the attribute and left is the value. So it comes in name value pair. And there are many such attributes we gonna see in. Okay. So I'll show you that example quickly. Attribute, 10th example. And we're gonna play, more with attribute. Not we means, I mean everyone. So name is, so attribute have a two thing, name and the value. Okay, and it's like some specific or additional information about the this thing. So left, it's saying that paragraph align left, align center, and align right. So align is the name of the attribute and right is the value. So name value pair. why don't we run this, this thing? Yeah, Google Chrome. So this is how it is coming, and it's because of the. Let me knock out all the notepad. So see. So align. Let me take a little down. So paragraph align left is because of this thing. This is the output. The left align. Okay, it's coming here. Align center. This is center aligned. This is the text, and align right. Okay. There may be other attribute. We gonna look at it, later on. Okay. So by default, actually, it is aligned to a left. Okay. So even though if you don't write, okay. So let me, copy this and paste it and check this. So look at it. Okay. So if someone asks you, tell them it's aligned to a left. Keep on doing mistakes. That's only the way of, learning, friends. There are some core attribute, given. We will use them at the time of, doing a cascading style sheet. There are more coding we'll be doing actually. Okay. Uh, Again, attribute also, this core attribute, uh, they have the special meaning over here, like in the ID, title, class, style. Uh, Style basically used in cascading style sheet. We'll talk about it. The ID is basically, give it used to differentiate one element with another. Okay. So like, this case here. Right now you can't differentiate, this paragraph identification with the another all the paragraph. Okay, because it's a paragraph element. Okay. But let's say you want to, give some unique identifier to a paragraph, there that is where you can use ID. Okay. So I'll show you that. Maybe, we can modify here itself. I mean, it's not a. So I'll show you. So I'll say ID, is equal to. We can say, anything. See, later on when you do a programming, that is where it become very, useful. You can have n number of, name value. Say ID equal to A2. Sorry. Uh, so the purpose of the ID is that, so tomorrow you want to, basically do something with the first paragraph or something with the second paragraph, not with other two paragraph. That is where ID. So ID is a unique identifier that differentiate the one paragraph from another. Is this the same example? Yeah. See, look at it. Okay. This is the ID. Just 1 second. Hold on. Yeah. You got the meaning of ID, everyone? Yes, no? Did you understood the purpose of the ID? So we'll be using this, when we do a JavaScript programming, and so basically there are many paragraph on this, pages. Okay. But you want to do something with, this paragraph. Okay. So how would you differentiate one paragraph with another? That is where the IDs are very useful. So uniquely identifying, each paragraph with the another. Okay. So that's it. Okay. I hope you're getting it, everyone. Yes, no? Are you getting whatever we are doing? I think HTML we are learning from our school days. That's what. But I'm going a little slow only. You understood the meaning of ID, everyone? Yes, no? If you can put a message. I mean, use of the ID. Am I audible? Uh, am I audible, friends? Okay. Thanks, answer. Yeah. All right. So that's the ID part. There was one more ID, which is called as, this thing. You can use it uppercase, lowercase. That's okay. No problem. So title basically, it displays the title of that particular paragraph. That is where title can be used. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's see the title, attribute. Give suggested title for element. The syntax of title is that title is similar to explain for ID. Okay, so example, it basically displays the title over there. Okay, I'll show you the title attribute. Is it what? Is that 11th example? 11th. No, it's not. ID, so we have done it. Let me open this in a notepad. Oh, this we already modified. Okay. Uh, yeah, here it is. Actually, I could modify this code also, but will be. So look at this. So it's the title S3. Okay. So if you can put this, I'll also take this just a minute and put it into another element. So let's say paragraph. Okay. This is end of paragraph. And we'll say hi paragraph. These are built in. You have to give this only. These are inbuilt attributes. 12th example, right? I saved it. Let's go and run this in a browser. See if I mouse over. See it is showing here high paragraph. You're getting it. That's the purpose of the title. In fact, it's coming here also. Yeah, hello HTML. So it's like let me knock out this. Uh, so I'll share this Word document also with you, and later on you can see. I'll share this code. So this hello HTML, this is coming. See if I do a mouse over it. See because of this title attribute over here. Okay, and exclamatory. This one. Then we have title high paragraph in the paragraph. So this is what it is. This is, and let's see what next for us. Class attribute, we'll see whenever we have the whenever we do a style. CSS. I have a basically example here, but it's better that at the moment you can apply some font and like that. But anyway, let's just skip this. Not a right time. Then there's something called internationalization attribute. Let's see what are this. So there are three international attributes which are available for most of, uh, although not at all accessible. So we have DAR, lang, and XML lang. Okay, so we can look at DAR and lang. XML lang we'll see when we do XML programming. Okay, what is DR is called as a direction. Okay, DIR. Okay, what it does is the attribute allow you to indicate browser about the direction in which text should flow. Okay, and DR can text two things. L2R and right to L. That means L2R means left to right and right to left. So left to right is by default. Okay, I'll show you that. How do you put it? And that you have to put at the what is called at the browser level. Let us, which is the example 14. Let me first open that. Example 14. Okay, this one. Open in a notepad. So I'm saying HTML, the browser text direction should be right to left. Okay, and then title. So let us start running that also. What is the example? Example 14. Close it. See, look at it. It's we said the right to left. Okay, so it is starting from. It'll start coming from right. Right to a left. Okay, this way. This way. Okay. Where is that? And if you remove it, no, uh, and save it. I'll just minimize a little. And this is a default. Okay, render right to left. This is the default direction. No, this is not that example. What is the file? It is 14. So I'm trying to check, whether we can put it for the. So there's a conflict of, let's try it. I'm just checking whether this browser will allow is equal to, it is left to right. So I'll say R12. I think paragraph we had the center align also. So this is the attribute. Let's just check it. At the mesh, it won't work. Nothing else. Okay, it takes that, because at paragraph level we are applying it. So it's, I think if it's superimpose, I'm just checking what it does actually. So it is coming here. So can we have both the things, two different things? Yeah, we can. And what if I don't mention the thing here? I have two paragraphs. Let's just start it. So yeah, you can basically, give it at the content level also. So here I had not given it. So it is left to right. And for the next paragraph, it is given. So R2L. So, yeah. So direction can also be applied. That's great. What is the other attribute? Lang is one of the important, but now browser itself supports anything. Okay, so you don't need to worry. So lang attribute allows you to indicate the main language used in the document. Okay, but attribute was kept in HTML only for a backwards compatible with the earlier version of HTML. This attribute has been replaced by XML lag by new XHTML document. So see now basically it supports by default many other language. So writing this won't make such difference over here. Even though you write EN, you can still write Hindi. I'll show you that. Let me check what are the code they mentioned. See, I'll show you one interesting thing. Okay, uh, HTML, font in Hindi. Okay, HTML text in Hindi. See, you can still write it. Sorry, displaying in HTML. Yeah. So this is Actually, it is very straightforward also. So these are the various, languages code. Abkhazan, Afar, what are a lot of things. We have, okay, Bengali also here. Bangla, BN, okay. Actually, you can just straight away put it. Many such languages. I honestly, let me just check that. These are the country code actually. You can straight away. I don't know the syntax. No, I know the syntax, but what are the Hindi? How to write Hindi on the? No, this is something else. Uh, so I think Hindi in HTML tag. I'll show this. Oh, sorry. I think we have crossed the time. Uh, there's a quiz also. Today onwards, in every section, there will be a quiz in every contact session. So I request you to, appear for quiz. Can you confirm if quiz is getting displayed? Accessible friends. What I'll do, we'll stop here. We'll again, go through more formatting, and other tags, going ahead. So formatting we have seen not much. Strike also we have seen. Uh, okay. So to next we're gonna create a form table, all other elements. Uh, is quiz is accessible everywhere? Did anyone tried accessing a quiz? I'm gonna stop recording. I think we had already crossed the time. Sorry about that. Can anyone confirm if you are able to access the quiz?